man's life ends the same way. It is only how he lived and how he died that distinguishes a man from another. We're certain that our brother and father lived an exemplary life in his service to humanity. And that is why we are live at the First Baptist Church, Lagos Island, to witness the service of songs and burial ceremony of a socialite and politician, late Mr. Dotun Olaribigbe. And as always, we at Codlog are right here to provide you with the details of this event. I am Joy Udo. Just stay with us.
Repeat the last sentence.
It was an atmosphere with mixed emotions at the final burial ceremony of Mr. Dotun Olaribigbe, also known as Lobito. Family, friends, and well-wishers gathered at the set venue to pay their last respect to him. The program started with a short service at the First Baptist Church. The remains of the late Dotun Olaribigbe was well prepared for the service. He was given a befitting burial as every aspect of the day was well organized. Choristers led the church in singing hymns of praises to God. There was a brief charge by the officiating minister to encourage everyone, most especially his family members, to hold on to their faith in this period. He also directed the congregation to pray for Dotun Olaribigbe's family.
Protect his family. Shall we pray for them in the name of Jesus? Talk to God about Lánàá Ọlọ́run. Àwọn ọmọ ẹbí Dọ̀tun rèé. Ọlọ́run fi àbọ̀ ẹ̀bò wọ́n. Let there be protection upon them. After the death, after the burial, there be no fear, there be no sickness, there be no attack on them. God must keep them. Lu Limbaraba. That God will keep them.
Lord, we are praying for the family of Olaribigbe. God, build this family. This family will not suffer. Oh, yeah. I pray for this family. Do your work for this family. God, we stand by your side. God, build this family.
Officiating ministers, family, and friends had a lot of good things to say about him, and it's no doubt that he lived a good and exemplary life worthy of emulation.
Dotun was my classmate. We were actually in the same class at Baptist Academy. We entered in 1971 and finished in 1975. We were in boarding house together. But What struck me is I've been saying since we left school until recently, about 1 or 2 years ago, when he came on our platform, 7175 and each time we were celebrating, when we were saying something about the classmates, somebody is doing something, maybe a birthday, all those cracks. It was always fun of saying pop champagne. And when we heard about his demand, everybody was just saying pop champagne. What has happened to pop champagne? We were so disturbed. But one thing I will not forget, myself and Dotun were only the two of us who did the GCE London in January 1975. We went out of school in the boarding house and went to take the exam. But there was a particular thing. When we were in school, we were going to Form 5, we were in Form 4, and there was an incident in school then. And our principal, Reverend Dr. Adigbite, we call him Oga, he mentioned Dotun's name and my name. I was in the senior prefect's room then, we were in Form 4, and he called us out. Oga said, the two of you, Dotun Olaribigbe and you, all the others will get 3 strokes on the game. But for the 2 of you, we called the teacher to give us 6 strokes on the game. It was the 2 of us. And we said, why? Later on, Oga said, look here, that is it. You smack the one that is close to you, and that's why. We didn't have any regret for it. We cried that day, and then we went out and said, it's okay, fine, no problem. That is one of those things that has really modeled us, and we keep reminding us. Who will we see? We started missing him.
I consider myself to be one of Dotun's really, really close friends. And there are a lot of us here today. I would just like for the Surulere gang and those of us who were within the teenage and really enjoyed this company to please stand up. The guys. And the girls too. Most of us are in our 60s, and we started our friendship with Dotun in our mid-teens, 15, 16, 17. And Dotun is not someone that any one of us can claim as his personal friend. He was everybody's friend on a personal basis. He did things for everybody individually and he did special things. And for that, we are grateful to forever be associated with Dotun Olaribigbe, aka Lobito. He was a very personable person. Personally, when we started Harry Promotions, I was his, for one of them, I was his partner. We started out Harry Promotions and we were doing boxing. And I made bold to say that because of Dotun, professional boxing did not die in Nigeria. At the time we started Harry Promotions, there had hardly been any professional fights in Nigeria for at least 4 years. So we started it and we sustained it for a number of years, to the point where we actually hosted a junior world title in the National Stadium, featuring Hunter Clay versus Judas Kote of Ghana. And to the glory of God, our Nigerian Hunter Clay, who was our ward, won that fight, and from then on went into England under our sponsorship to continue his professional boxing career. So for that, Nigeria owes Dotun a debt of gratitude. We will miss him. We're already missing him. But we know from the testimony of Lola, his wife, that before his passing, he had an intimate relationship with the Lord Jesus Christ. And for that, we are grateful. And I know that we will be with him again one day, hopefully not too soon. Hopefully not too soon. But we thank God for his life, and we ask that the good God strengthen his children, Olawale, Olida, and Selene, and strengthen his wife. You have a task in your hand, but we know that he who has helped you on 6 occasions will not abandon you on the 7th occasion. Amen? Bless the Lord.
This is from my brother on behalf of Lola's siblings. And he wrote like this. Dotun Olaribigbe wasn't just our brother-in-law. He was our brother. That was how he treated all of us. And we in turn fondly called him uncle. He was the most generous person, down to heart, and very lively. He touched our lives in a very special ways, and we're very grateful that he came into our lives. At the time he did, he sent an emoji cried. He said at the time he did, we gained a lot from him. Uncle, rest in the Lord. Uncle will see you again in the glory and splendor of our God and Father. I want to say a bit about Uncle. He was just like a father to me. I stayed with him before I traveled abroad. He treated me like his own daughter. He would scold me, and I got used to his scolding. He sent me to school, I'll say that. When I was going abroad, he did a lot. I really miss him. Because whenever I have a problem, I'll call him. And he's always like, he will calm me down. He will calm my sister down. And he's always like, you guys calm down. He's always finding a solution to everything. I'm going to miss him. Whenever I don't come early into Nigeria, he will tell me, Ades, he fondly calls me Ades Queen. And he will tell me, Ades, Nigeria airport is missing you. He's always teasing me every time. On Tuesday before he died, I called him, I spoke to him, and he was like, our normal chatting and all that. I'm really going to miss all that. But one thing, I thank God, he knows God before he died. He praised the Lord if you don't know anything about him. He will even wake his wife up for night vigil. He praised the Lord because most of the time, I see him on Facebook whenever we're doing the night vigil. That alone, I'm not going to cry, I'm going to celebrate him. That is in the bosom of the Lord.
I was his favorite child. I'm grateful for all the things, the grace of God upon him to do so much, all the things that he did. But, the book of Ecclesiastes says, Ecclesiastes 9:14, I believe, says, better a living dog than a dead lion. And I miss my dog.
I'm not here to testify. I just want to dedicate a song to him. Please, choir, please, can you help me out? Masun olùfẹ́ ó sì máa ṣe wí. Orílẹ̀ ajá olùgbàlà rẹ̀ wá fẹ́ràn ṣùgbọ́n Jésù fẹ́ràn jù. Sọ̀rẹ́, sọ̀rẹ́, òun ẹ̀dùn bí tọ́pọ̀ tuntun ní. I
His remains was taken to the burial home where he was laid to rest, and family members were given the opportunity to pay their last respect.
Lay down thy head upon the Savior's breast. We love thee well, Lord Jesus, Lord thee best. Good night, good night, good night.
Kúrò ní àlàbá bí ìjà aráàlú ojú sí ọmọ alárúgbó lẹ́sùn létí ẹ̀yìn ọ̀bá ká ìwé abara kankan ká abara báàkì ẹ̀ gòdògbòdò ń bá tàpọ̀ ẹrù gbòdò lé máa lórí ọya máa fòdì ọkọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ ní mọ̀gàmọ̀ ìkú tápà àṣòro sí ayé tápà àṣòro gbà bí tápà bá kú wá ní ẹ bá ń wó tutù o ẹ bá ń wá afárá oyin lọ òtútù òwú ṣọ̀pọ̀ afárá oyin ṣọ̀wọ̀ ọmọ arúlókun bí èéfín ọmọ adúbàlàjì ta dúdú ra dúdú ta pupa pupa ta fúlàní rẹ̀ wò ó òdòbìnrin tà fún rọra tọ́nà tó òwú ṣọ̀pọ̀ afárá oyin ṣọ̀wọ̀ ọmọ arúlókun bí èéfín ọmọ dúdú ra dúdú ta pupa pupa ta fúlàní rẹ̀ wò ó òdòbìnrin tà fún rọra tọ́nà tó òwú ṣọ̀pọ̀ afárá oyin ṣọ̀wọ̀ ọmọ arúlókun bí èéfín ọmọ dúdú ra dúdú ta pupa ta fúlàní rẹ̀ wò ó òdòbìnrin tà fún rọra tọ́nà tó òwú ṣọ̀pọ̀ afárá oyin ṣọ̀wọ̀ ọmọ arúlókun bí èéfín ọmọ dúdú ra dúdú ta pupa òdòbìnrin tà fún rọra tọ́nà tó òwú ṣọ̀pọ̀ afárá oyin ṣọ̀wọ̀ ọmọ arúlókun bí èéfín ọmọ dúdú ra dúdú ta pupa rẹ̀ wò ó òdòbìnrin ta fúlàní rẹ̀ tà fún rọra tọ́nà tó òwú ṣọ̀pọ̀ afárá oyin ṣọ̀wọ̀ ọmọ arúlókun bí èéfín ọmọ dúdú ra dúdú ta pupa rẹ̀ wò ó òdòbìnrin ta fúlàní rẹ̀ tà fún rọra tọ́nà tó òwú ṣọ̀pọ̀ afárá oyin ṣọ̀wọ̀ ọmọ arúlókun bí èéfín ọmọ dúdú ra dúdú ta pupa rẹ̀ wò ó òdòbìnrin ta fúlàní rẹ̀ tà fún rọra tọ́nà tó òwú ṣọ̀pọ̀ afárá oyin ṣọ̀wọ̀ ọmọ arúlókun bí èéfín ọmọ dúdú ra dúdú ta pupa rẹ̀ wò ó òdòbìnrin ta fúlàní dúdú ra dúdú ta pupa rẹ̀ wò ó òdòbìnrin ta fúlàní dúdú ra dúdú ta pupa rẹ̀ wò ó òdòbìnrin ta fúlàní dúdú ra dúdú ta pupa rẹ̀ wò ó òdòbìnrin ta fúlàní dúdú ra dúdú ta pupa rẹ̀ wò ó òdòbìnrin ta fúlàní dúdú ra dúdú ta pupa rẹ̀ wò ó òdòbìnrin ta fúlàní dúdú ra dúdú ta pupa ta fúlàní
We had an interview with his family and some other attendees of the program who had some things to say about the late Dotun Olaribigbe.
You know, he was a very homely man, which most people do not know. They don't know that part about him. You know, when the kids were in secondary school, he would wake up early in the morning, even before I wake up, to boil water for them. I'll just wake up later to just maybe pack their lunch boxes. But he used to do that. He was such a selfless man. I mean, I think he spoiled me. I did not know anything about generator, buying petrol. I did nothing. He was everything. He was everything. I'll miss him. I miss him already, and it's not even up to a month. I miss him already. I pray that the Lord upholds them because they miss their daddy. They do miss him. The Lord will strengthen them and, heal them so that we can move on from this. Yeah. And I pray that all the father could not achieve when he was on earth, they will exceed. They will excel far above all expectations in the mighty name of Jesus. And I pray for good health. I pray for long life for me, for the children, for family, for loved ones.
My late dad. Yeah, my late dad. He's a man. Yeah, a very great man. A very, very great man. When I say a very, very great man, I mean a very, very great one. A motivator, inspirator, a father, yeah? And a shepherd. Yeah, filled with love. Yeah, we all are not happy about the present predicament, it's just life. It's just life, Life cannot always be fair at times and doesn't always have to offer what you want at times, But anyhow it comes, we just gotta be prepared for it.
He was a great man. He was a special individual. He wasn't perfect, but he did his best, and he always made sure his family was okay, even in times when we didn't have much. He always made sure we were comfortable, and I'm extremely sad that he's gone now, too soon, and I will do my best to uphold his legacy and honor his memory.
I call him Uncle Me. That's I formally call him Uncle Me. And even the wife knows that. He's always like, the wife always tells me Uncle. I call him Uncle Me. He's a very nice man. Down to heart, very humble. A man of integrity. I so much love him. I'm going to miss him. He jokes with me a lot. Whenever, like I said in the church, whenever I have a problem and I call my sister and she can't seems to find a solution to it, I call the husband. He will tell me, Ades Queen. That he formally calls me Ades Queen. Ades Queen, take it easy. Don't worry. We'll do it this way. We'll go this way. And believe me, that problem is going to come to an end. It's going to be resolved. I'm going to miss him in a lot of ways. Really, I'm going to miss him. He's one man I highly respect a lot. To my sister, because she's my sister, nothing much, but I pray the Lord will uphold her. The Lord will give her the strength as a wife, as a mother, as a husband. And I pray for strength for her.
I'm a cousin to the late Dotun Olaribigbe, but we started as friends when we were very young, and we were very close as friends. I didn't even know we were blood related. I traveled out of the country very early, and by the time I came back, he had gained prominence as a promoter, as a socialite. But beyond that, he's a very good and kind-hearted human being. And I pray that the Lord Almighty will see us through.
He was a gentleman, a core businessman, um, very quiet too, and easygoing. Most people remember him as a socialite, but he had some, quiet moments with him. It was Lobito, and then it could be Dotun. It could be an Egbon as well. Ask about your family, about my children, ask me about my personal life, and we'll talk one on one. So, yes, he had many parts of his, many attributes to his name. Yeah. I pray for God to give them strength to bear this loss. I pray for God to look after his children, to be with them at all times, to lead them to be successful human beings in their own right. I pray for his wife to find peace, to heal. I pray for his children to grow. We all pray for our children to be to grow better than us, in their careers, and so I pray that they excel in whatever they put their hands on, and I pray that God will be with them at all times. All times.
Billy Charlotte, Ekpe, Lagos State, for the 49th annual general meeting of the Association of Advertising Agencies of Nigeria, saddled with responsibility of annual general meeting of the Association of Advertising Agency, saddled with meeting of the Association of Advertising Agencies of Nigeria. Annual general meeting. Association of Annual general meeting. Association of Annual general meeting.
He was a jolly good fellow, and we've been on the platform for quite a while. And like I said, why we remember him these days when he came to the platform, because he wasn't part of the platform when we started. Anytime anybody was doing birthday, we would just say, "Chop, have champagne, toast champagne," and that is what we call him. You know, his departure was so sudden and hit all of us. But it was even. But one good thing I'm happy about is that he knew Jesus before he died, and that gladdens my heart very well. Right. We were in school together, the boarding house together, for between 1971 and 1975. I think he now went to do his A levels at Bobby College, while I went to the Federal School. After that, we've not met again until recently, when we started meeting on the platform every last Sunday by Zoom. To continue to stay with Jesus, because God knows everything. Just like we read in the Bible, there's time for everything. There's nothing in this life the family should continue to hold on to Jesus and continue to live a life.
Lobito and Dotun and myself, we have come a long way since our childhood years in the early 60s, 70s, you know. Then my father worked in the north, so Lobito and his brother Babatunde, they always come to spend their holidays with us. Lobito, I find it difficult to use the past tense for him. So Lobito was a rascal when we were young. He normally gets us into trouble anytime he comes to our place. Really, I surely will miss Lobito. We were very close. May his soul rest in peace. We will miss him. We will really miss Dotun and the family, but there's no family function that Dotun will not attend. So he will be missed.
Dotun happens to be my cousin. Actually, I'm still in shock hearing about his demise. But I thank God for one thing. He knew Christ before he died.
Late Mr. Dotun Olaribigbe will always be remembered for his passionate contribution towards the growth of Lagos and advancement of humanity at large. And we all pray that his soul continue to rest in the bosom of the Lord. This is your Code Blog Report, and you kindly follow us across all of our social media platforms. And please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, I am Joy Udo. Thanks for watching.